Gary struggles with the low left shot with driver, and we'd worked on a few things, to be honest, to stop that happening, predominantly through the takeaway and his position at the top of the backswing. But now it's time to look at Gary's driver swing in more detail. He didn't realise the impact his setup was having on his entire golf swing.
I look as if I'm a bit hitting an iron.
From what it was causing in the backswing to the most important part of any golfer's swing, that point where we strike the golf ball. The best bit, I know like Gary, you'll be able to apply these simple aspects of his lesson to your game and see some drastic improvements to driver extremely quickly.
Beautiful golf ball, that.
Oh, it went straight.
Let's dive into the lesson.
You just tell me there, what do you think of that setup? If it wasn't you, what would you say?
I look as if I'm a bit hitting an iron.
Yeah, you're quite tall.
Yeah.
And these hands are even higher, and we're even taller with the body.
Yeah.
So if I sort of drew where you are here in red, I'd want to see you more over here.
Right, okay.
With green.
Yeah.
If you also look at your hands, I mean, look how you've even got a little bit of shuffling in here.
Yes.
I don't mind a little bit, but that's still, it's a little bit aggressive. Ball position's great. I'd like to see a little bit more of the hips bumped to target.
Yeah.
And then the shoulders set a little more. Also these forearms, right forearms above the left.
Right.
So for me, like the best way of just summarise that is...
It's going to go left.
Yeah, but also you just look like you're hitting an iron.
Yeah, okay.
But that's not the end of the world, but we just want to get a bit tidier on that. So let's have a look at that. So we've got a few little setup tweaks to make an adjustment there on. Let's have a look at you in the swing. So we'll look at the left side of the screen first, everyone. This is really what we're looking at. So where's that face? Still quite closed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really quite closed. As it gets to the top, really closed. And look how long this goes. Now how I know it's closed, where's that lock?
Facing up, yeah.
We drive here on the right side. Have a look at this now. What I don't like here is how we've gone quite high and level with the shoulders, and you see your spine angle straight up. I'd like to see that spine angle slightly away.
Right, okay.
But we could argue, if you start like that, where are you going to turn?
Yeah.
So if we start with a bit more set, for me, we're probably just going to fix that just from a little setup tweak.
Yeah,
okay. On the way down, really quite tidy. I'm moving through. It's really tidy, the downswing. So let's just summarise that and we'll start getting to work on it. We need to improve setup, right? So that's ball position is great. It's hand position. It's a little bit more shoulder tilt and the right arm below the left.
Yeah.
And then the backswing, we're going to work on the club face. That's really, really important. But what I don't like as much is if you just watch your right hip here, right hip moves this way and then the body sort of works like this.
Yeah.
And that makes it very, very hard to move the driver efficiently. So we're going to improve upon that. Any questions on that? Find me some questions if you've got any. Don't have to if you don't have any.
No, yeah, I can see it. You can see it on the video. Yeah, it looks as if I'm setting up like an iron.
Yeah. So we mentioned hands low. Now I'll let you get away with it. You will get away with it more with a driver. So let me grab this. So come over here with me. Let me grab an iron. Let me just grab 7 iron and 9 iron, right? And you've got driver. So you hold driver down where driver should sit. So driver, if I was hitting it, would be around about there. Then 7 iron should sit around about here. Then 9 iron a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see, if I held it like that, you can sort of see the relationship of how they would all sit.
Yeah.
Now you can see how having the hands higher with an iron, and what I mean by higher is this, everybody watching, that'll be low, this will be high. It's all right because of how the shaft angle is. But as soon as you get a club like this is not designed to be this way.
Yeah.
It's designed to sit a bit more
lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, that would make you stand taller to the ball, which we don't want. So let's start with setup. We'll hit a few shots away, then we'll remind you a bit more of backswing, and then we'll start working on the turn of the body. Because I honestly think, like, that better setup, you're going to really feel that. And there's no point changing something if you see a benefit from the setup.
Yeah.
It's like bargain. Like, you know, what's that advert where it's like, buy one, you get one free, you buy one, you get one free.
Yeah.
Literally, if you can get like this and move better like this, well, we don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And the less you can think about, you're very much a feel player. I think everybody needs to step more into this space, more feel, then we're going to be a little bit more comfortable. Right, so let's get set up sorted. So from face on, everybody, you'll see this too. Grip, a little bit more on the fingers for me. You're going to feel like you're so far from the ball here, by the way.
Right.
I'm going to get those hands lower. I'm going to push them lower.
Right.
Where's your chest now going?
A
little bit lower, get more over it. Go on, keep going. So watch me here. We're gonna let's do this together. So forget the ball for a second. Club up in front of you. right? Lower the club till it hits the ground. Okay, now push the bum out and get over it. Right, now we're going to need to feel that you bump that hip a little bit to target and set the shoulders. Feel weird?
It feels weird, but it also feels right, if you know what I mean.
Okay, let me have a look down the line. I think we can get more over this. I still think we look like an iron. If I jump in there, let me show you the routine. So everybody follow this. This can be done with your hybrids. This can be done with all clubs. Obviously with irons, we can say we can be a little higher because it's okay for you and that's your pattern. But with driver, we need to get a little more over. So look how I start. Club parallel to the ground. I'm not just lowering my arms. I am club parallel to the ground and look how I'm getting over to it.
Yeah.
That's come more from me sort of tilting the hips, right? And then I'm over. Now we're about the same height. Doesn't happen often this for me. Everyone's usually taller. And then look at this position now. So I want you to come and mimic what I've just done there. So if you ever look down the line for me, Gary, just have a see what you think to that. And everybody watching, just sort of look at your setup and have a look. So you before.
Yeah.
So again, it's club parallel, forget the ball. Tilt, 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 tilt from the hips. Bend the knees, and in. Okay? Jump in. Let me see that.
Looks more athletic.
Yeah, and like you're an athletic guy, whereas you were making it look a bit wooden, would be the way I describe it, wooden. And I don't want that to be the case. God, you're going to hate me for this. Go on, get a little further away.
Further away?
Yeah. Get more over that ball. Go on, really get that chest low. Go on, low, 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 low. Hands lower. There we go. Now we're talking. Don't get your weight on your heels. So what? Me here, I'm still on the balls of my feet. Yeah, and there, look. Try and mimic my position.
Right.
Now I'm going to get that right arm below the left. So I want to see.
I feel like Tony Fino.
Think how tall he is. A lot taller enough.
Yeah, but he's not.
Right, how does that feel?
It feels quite extreme.
Right, good. I'm going to get a picture of this because I want you to see it before you hit a shot because you feel like you look like a wally. Right here and wait there. I need to show you this. Get in that again. So bump those hips a little more. More, go on. Have a look at this. So I'll get everybody to see this on the camera as well.
Yeah, it actually looks like a driver setup.
Does, doesn't it? Right, and then look at down the line.
Wow, it doesn't even. That's not my belly, is it?
No, it's your jumper.
I've got Under Armour on.
Sucking it in. But look at the difference, right?
Yeah.
That's how I want it to be. Right? Okay, so sit three.
Not actually look.
No, and you feel like you're like this. That's why I've got to get you to see it.
Yeah,
because
no worries.
Seeing is believing, right? So let's just hit now 3 away with that setup. Obviously, be conscious of what we do with the face.
Yeah.
But we'll go a bit more to town on that in a second. And really exaggerate that little bit more tilt. Let's have a look at you from this way. Yeah, I like it. A bit more tilt with the hips. Push the hips target a bit more. Beautiful golf ball, that. Lovely shot. Like it a lot.
Yeah.
A little baby fade, nice peak height on it. 1.2 into out, hitting up on it 1 degree, minus 0.4 with the face. Very good. Go on, 2 more. Really important lesson, this setup so important. You'll start to move differently if you're set up to it differently. To summarise those points, Gary, it's more over, right? Hands not as a head because of this. Right forearm under the left. You had ball position great as it was. Beauty. Love that launch. Maybe a little high in the face?
Yeah, it's just because it's going so high, I'm not used to hitting. I'm probably hitting up on it.
You're hitting up on that 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Before you were hitting down on it half a degree.
Yeah.
Which is not the end of the world. Like Tiger Woods says this, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So don't worry about hitting down on it, but I'd rather you hit up on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be more efficient. That was ace, by the way.
Thanks,
right,
mate.
1 more. How does it feel? So everybody watching right here,
good.
They'll be looking at this going, oh my God, you look different, but you don't look as different as what you feel.
Yeah.
So does it feel like you're then moving any different?
It feels like it's more, I can actually move.
Okay.
Use my body.
And is that because you're more over? Do you feel?
It feels when I'm up here, because I'm already low, I can shoot up the way.
Okay, I like it. How was that one?
That was good. Maybe a bit. Well, it went straight and high. Looks
Ace.
good.
So, straight and high, in my vocabulary, that's pretty good. Just hit one more for me from face on, then we're going to just want to make sure, have a look at how this body's moving. Ah, best of the day.
That was nice.
That was so good.
Yeah.
So good. This is you from face on now and that setup. I mean, look at that. 0.4 left, 0, 0 face, 1.7 up. The common thing that I like here is you've gone from hitting down to now hitting up on it. The face is not as closed.
Yeah.
Just, that setup looks great. But you feel like you're tilting loads, don't you?
After a few shots, it actually feels good.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, it feels good.
Because
it feels natural.
Look, you're a great player. You play off 7.7. I keep saying this. We don't want to make things stupidly different.
Yeah.
You obviously know what you're doing with your golf ball. We've just got to tighten things up.
Yeah.
So I want to just do a little more work on the setup. Sorry, takeaway. It just looks a little long in the backswing. I want to get a little bit more structure that I think going forwards is something just to keep your eyes on. So just address that T-peg for me. So, and I would really recommend, you've got to have things in your game that you're constantly sort of ticking off in your mind. And what I mean by that is, if you're not constantly working on something, you're not improving. Everybody thinks you get to a point where, all right, don't think about it now, I'm fixed. No, the top players in the world are always maintaining a couple of things in their game. So for you, it's making sure the club face is nice and square at address with the irons. It's getting the grip, it's getting a little bit lower. But also, let's just think about this takeaway and top of backswing. So just that T-peg for me. It's going to really force yourself, get over, make it feel silly. So I want to just see a little more structure, arms and wrists here. So we go here, okay, feels a little bit open, but wrist is setting a little more.
Yeah.
And at the top, I want you to feel the elbows are a little closer together rather than your bad one before really flat and across. Sorry, I didn't mean to push her over.
No worries.
So that's where you sort of were on your bad, which also creates that sort of reverse. So
right. Okay.
it's just like this.
The reverse pivot? Is that
Yeah,
what it's...
you're not really that bad, but you were tall and like this.
Falling over.
Whereas I want us to be more over, more this way, so more over and more here.
Yeah.
I think the setup will just do worlds of different for that. It will just really make that. But just to be aware of that, so look at my elbows here. I'm not like this.
Yeah.
My elbows feel a little closer together. So all I feel there is same take away the face, same at the top as we have with the irons, but my right arm's under my right elbow's under my right palm.
Okay.
Not outside of it.
Right, okay.
Okay, do that again for me. Don't go over the top with it, as in what I mean by that, don't overdo it. Just, that looks tidy, nice.
That.
What does that feel like?
It feels like it's going up and playing.
Yeah, good. You probably feel you've got to turn more to make the same length of swing. Great, nice.
Feels like you could ready to go for it.
And these just little things, so we do that again for you, both hands on. I think you've got to really exaggerate this takeaway a little more, especially with drive. It's got to feel more there, here.
Right. Up the way.
Well, it just feels a little higher because again, you get a little
behind me.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why you struggle with that low left, behind you and really closed. A little more over that for us, guy. A little more over that ball to start with. More. You're gonna have a bad bat by the end of today.
Right.
Okay, let's fire away.
Oh. It just feels a bit weird.
Yeah, all I fear is that with driver, it's just getting a little, arms are out racing the body. So arms are really deep and long. Like if I showed you that again, look at this. So that's what I mean, look at how long the club is and how flat the arm plane is.
Yeah.
So being more over it, it's gonna take this whole relationship from here. This is not the last shot by the way, this is your first one. Here, to more here. And then I want to get this club jamming a little shorter. So it's not here, elbows a little more in front. Can you see how it's behind your body here?
Yeah.
I want it to feel like it's more in front. It will always be a little bit behind. Rory's one of them players that has the right arm quite deep. But all I don't want it to see is it getting too long and his shoulder playing flat. So really just do me a practice swing here where you get more over that ball. I'll just show you the little difference before and after. This is a great way of sort of learning, everybody. Have a few really exaggerated practice swings. So really show me your best versions. Great, and again, it's as far as you can go, right? Isn't that amazing?
That's as far as I can go.
So do a full-blooded practice swing on this one. Really, more over. That was good, but more over it to start. Go on, really exaggerate. Lower. Come on. Make it feel silly. Go on, more. Bow over more. That's it. You got it. Right. I know that feels odd, right? But look at this. And it's not fair for me to say this is what you are doing now because this is comparing a practice swing to an actual swing.
Yeah.
But as sort of a marker, left is where you were. And let's get your full-blooded practice swing, right? This is me. Look at the difference in over the ball you are. That looks ace. So look at your spine angle at the start.
Wow.
And look at you. You can't go any further. Look how much more tidy that looks.
Yeah, that's nice.
Still a little closed.
Yeah.
Tiny bit. Tiny bit. But I mean, if we zoom in, look at the difference. It's still a little closed, so I'd still like to see it, this bit a little more over and this not as up to the sky, but it's better.
Yeah.
Really is much better. How does it feel?
Yeah, good.
Actually, one more, finish?
Yeah, let's try it.
So, from my feedback that I'd give you, and I see this all the time, so everybody listening, if you're making some improvements with your irons, it will come through slower with your driver. Because look now, irons, all we did is just sort of set up really a tiny little bit. Now we've got to feel more tilt, right elbow?
Yeah.
There's more of a list, right?
Yeah.
So you can't expect to go and rip it, but again, this whole video is about you stopping that left.
Yeah.
So if you're now hitting a bad one that's a little heely and straight, we can talk to that all day.
Yeah,
we can play with the
absolutely.
heel straight. Right, go on, one more. So more over, more over.
Over.
That's what you're going to hear in the back of your mind. More over. What a drive. A little peel fade.
Yeah, that felt great. that felt awesome.
2.3 left, little fadey numbers, but we get up on it 2 degrees.
Yeah,
that is ace. We're taking out that side of the golf course, we're launching it a little higher.
Nice.
Awesome guy.
Yeah, cheers.
Really, really
Awesome.
good. Guys, thanks so much for watching this live lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and join the channel.